No, today I want to break down Super Bowl 57 because we get to see the same opponents play in about 2 weeks from now in this Eagles-Kansas City rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's Super Bowl 59. I actually have the luxury of having that Super Bowl film. So today I'm going to let you choose. And then next Wednesday, which will be probably your last day on for the season, and I appreciate it. Hopefully next year we can do it again, is we'll break down the other team. So we get both sides on O and both sides on D. Who you want today? You want KC on O or you want Philly on O?
Let's go Philly on O.
Bet. I got it. That's what I got queued up. So let's dive into it. Bailey, pull it up. Let's get it going.
So wait. It's such an interesting conversation because Rivers was 244 and 240 win-loss. So about the same, right?
Yep.
But why you push for Eli to be Hall of Fame, all that, maybe not Phillip, is it always comes down to Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yep, 100%. Those two Super Bowl wins are some of the most historic games. They stopped the undefeated Patriots team, and then the other time, I can't remember what the Patriots record was, but they were still the underdogs going to that game, and he beat them again. So I just think that's why I said earlier, if he makes Hall of Fame, it's solely because of the Super Bowls. If you remove that, he has no argument anywhere else, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, Coach, we're going to put offense in red with the Eagles as far as our lines and our circles. And then on defense, since KC's in white and red, we'll use yellow.
Okay, so can I make one statement about this game?
Yes.
About this defense here at KC? All right. That Spagnuolo, love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Bad boy.
Okay, so I always go to it like on offense as an offensive guys. I never want to play defense on offense. I always want to be in the attack mode. I don't want the defense to tell me what I can do on offense, right? I want to tell the defense. Well, freaking that guy, he is always in attack mode. And I love it because when he has to make plays, it's not prevent defense.
Right.
He's coming after your ass now.
He's playing to win.
Yes. I love that guy.
Hey, no, we got a straight up quarters match, 2-man, 2-zone look, right? We got a 4-high, 2-high shell, 2 safeties on the roof, we like to call it. And that is what we have here, a 6-man box. That's what Spags loves. He's a 4-down guy. There's probably a tight shade or a head-up tilted nose and a 3 and 2 5s, and they go get it. And then they're going to do a lot of exotic shit down and distance-wise. They're going to bring corners off the edge, which kind of screwed over Josh Allen the other night, and we broke that down in totality several times. Everyone in America is trying to break that play down due to protection and who the ball should have went to, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody has their opinion. But right now, remember, this is a hiring practice issue, in my opinion. Andy Reid keeps his ship tight because he's the play caller and head coach, and he can lose any coordinator he wants. The offense still goes through Patrick Mahomes and himself. He can lose Bieniemy as a title OC. He can lose this guy and bring in this guy. Other guys lose their coordinators during playoff runs like Detroit just did, and we can argue Ben Johnson wasn't fully invested. He was interviewing, and their offense did not look as good as we've seen all year, and they lose to Washington in the first round. 2 years ago in this game, this D coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles was interviewing and took the head coaching job for the Arizona Cardinals, and people questioned it, and Sirianni and him had actual words after the game because of how unsound the Philadelphia Eagles defense was in this particular game when they had led the league in total defense all year long. So I want to give some context. I hate the practice. I wish nobody can be talked to until after the Super Bowl. And then you go. So I think this is a horseshit rule because I think playoff teams deserve to have full attention for their teams that have earned the right to be in these games. And I think we're poaching these teams, coordinators, is a shitty deal. But anyway, Kellen Moore is rumored to be the next head coach for the New Orleans Saints. If Philadelphia comes out and drops a goose egg and the Chiefs shut them down, which they're very capable of doing on defense, are we going to sit here and question Kellen Moore's investment in this preparation against the Kansas City three-peat? Because he'll become the new head coach for the Saints, and we're all going to bring that up. So, again, I watched this defense for the Eagles, and I said, man, this guy was already gone. He was out the door, even though he was still in the game. I hope that's not what we see with Kellen Moore in this offense. But break down this offense. Go ahead.
I agree completely with you. I would like to see where no team can even release who they're interested in as far as until after the Super. Because and I'm not saying the guys don't work hard because they're getting interviews. They're trying to be head coaches. But what you don't understand is that their phones ring and text 24/7 when other coaches think they're getting a head job, right? Everybody he's coached with, everybody that he knows, his buddies, everybody, they're shooting, hey, you get the job, hire me, I want to be your D-line coach or whatever, right? And it's just human. It's just human. That's a lot on your mind when before you're focused on one thing.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's what people don't understand, the actual detail-oriented business this takes to win a game against Spagnola, coach, who's not leaving, who said, you know what, I'm going to ride my days out with you, Andy. I don't need to go anywhere anymore. I've been there, done that. And that's what the difference is, in my opinion. But let's break down what Jalen Hurts, same offense, basically. And here's why I think teams lose. Jalen Hurts' struggles, in my opinion, has become he's on his third OC in basically 3 years. No one talks about it. And I give Sirianni a lot more credit than a lot of people do. You've gone through 3 OCs. You've gone through 2 O-line coaches. You've lost DCs. You've lost a lot there in Philly to be this consistent. And everyone wants to bash him in Philly because that fan base is batshit crazy. I give Sirianni a lot of credit for being back here 2 out of 3 years and doing what they did. And remember, they won 10 in a row last year before they went on a losing streak and then got put out in the first round, and everybody said he should be fired. And now right back again, they are in the Super Bowl. So I give a lot of credit, but hopefully we'll come down to this offense, which we're going to basically see the same thing. You got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith, you got now Saquon, and you got the same pretty much O-line intact other than Kelsey. And you have Jalen Hurts, who I've said the Eagles have won with in spite of, Noel, not because of. I think the Chiefs win because of Mahomes. The Bills win because of Josh Allen. These other teams win because of their quarterback. The Eagles have been winning without, in spite of their quarterback. I think that has to change for this team to get this Super Bowl win. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think the Eagles win because of Sirianni.
Interesting.
You're right. They say he's had a bunch of turnover. Everybody, you're a flash in the pan. After that Super Bowl, and then they came back and they lost those games at the end. He's lost court. It's exactly all the things you said, right? But the other guy is that they have taken who they have. I mean, that's some ballers now. A.J. Brown, Devontae, Saquon.
Goddard.
I mean, in the O-line, I mean, they have held that core together, and I think Jalen has done a good job of managing the game.
Yeah,
100%. And you're right. Here's a guy. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been throwing the same. Patrick Mahomes could call the game just like Andy Reid. He's been he knows exactly what's going to happen. This guy's had 3 different coordinators in 3 years. Now, Kellen's done a great job for him this year. And so I think Kellen's done a good job of playing to Jalen's strengths.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's what Andy Reid does with Mahomes. I mean, that's what it is, but it's consistent, though. It's the same every year. Every install, every year, day one install is the same since Mahomes has been in the league 8 years. Same. Day one install. What is it called, Mahomes? What is it, Pat? It's inside zone with bubble attachment. Whatever it may be, it's the same shit every year. We already know what it is, and that's what it is. So here it is, Coach. Let's dive into it. The Eagles getting 11. They trade. Now they're in 2x2 here. Goddard down here on the bottom. And Kansas City just inverts to safety, right? Now they go 1 high. And they roll out of there. And this is, at the time, I don't know who the back was. I forgot. Was it Singletary or something? I don't know who it was.
No, it wasn't Swift.
Nah, wasn't it Singletary? I don't know.
I believe that's Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders, thank you. Yep.
There you go. Yep. So basically, first down, they ran the ball. The Chiefs are going to play base. They're going to invert to the tight end, it looks like, Noel. And that's kind of what they did. Invert means so so if they swap a tight end over like they did, they went here to here, they rolled the safety down, and then they bailed out a guy in the last play anyway. This play starts off in 2x2. So against 2x2, it looks like, no, they're staying in a one high look. When they were in 11 floater, they were too high. They had the safeties up here until they motion. Is there a tendency to be seen here with that or no, if you're Kellen Moore?
I don't think so. Yeah, because the last one was a first down call, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now they're second and long
And empty. Yep.
and they're an empty. Which to me, I'm Kellen Moore. I'm thinking, okay, a lot of teams like to go 2-man on this type of stuff, but I got Jalen Hurts, so let me spread them out. If everybody's covered, I got a chance for Jalen to get me to third and medium, right?
Yeah.
Because I always got to think of Jalen as he can make yards for me with his legs, like Josh Allen, like Patrick Mahomes. That's the one thing, if you guys noticed, is that all the differences from this era to the last era, the Aikmans and all that, is that how many first downs are made, right? You call a play, it sucks. They're all covered. How many times does Mahomes, does Josh Allen, do Lamar, do all these guys, Jalen Hurts, do they make first downs and keep your offense on the field with their legs? They create first downs for you.
I love it.
Right?
Hey, Noel, explain Spagnola's complexity, because a lot of people won't understand. What they're trying to do here is they're going to bring the obvious Mike backer that's covering this slot right here. And then they're going to try to take the circle here and drop him all the way over here to fuck with the Q.
Right. So in protection right here, right? In protection, you've got to point the Mike. So in that 4-2 look, they got to probably point the Mike, because you got to figure the guy to the bottom on the bottom slot. You got to say, okay, well, who's covering the slot? Well, it's got to be that guy, right? So we're going to make the other Mike the point. We're going to make the circle the point by the O-line.
So you would slide right.
Because we're saying they can't bring the guy in the square.
Right.
Because somebody's got to cover the slot, right? So
with that, you
he's kind of scheming your
like
empty protection. Right.
You make a Riz call or whatever and full slide, like slide right.
Right.
Gotcha. That's what you're saying. Okay.
And then this is a replace.
You're not anticipating. So this is almost like a fire zone look, JB.
Yeah.
Right. See how they drop the backside in. So
56 gets out.
Which way does the center go?
Kelsey's going left to the nose, it looks like.
Rewind it.
Yeah, see how the line. See how they got to count the backer that's running to the slot. Right?
Let's go to the end zone. Let's go to the end zone here.
Here we go. Because Chris Jones is right there, so he's like it looks like he's just straight up man protection though.
Yeah, but you don't know he's dropping out, Smitty.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. You don't know that this guy is going to drop out of here. So now he can come. They can run a game here. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand. So they had a slide. So no, explain empty protection real quick.
Here's what it is, Smitty. How many blockers do you have right there?
You got 5.
Okay. How many possible rushers are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 6 because you don't know who's going to come.
6.
Yep.
Right?
Who's hot? Who's hot then?
So there's 6 possible rushers. So we got to figure out what 5 are coming, and we got to throw hot off the 6th defender.
Yeah.
So no, explain empty protection for you and I. If we're calling this offensively and we're creating our offensive line coach to understand what we do in empty, we're right-handed QB. So do we want our hot in our face or do we want our hot to our backside? That's what we have to determine, right, as an offensive play caller. So if I want the hot, and that means I'm going to slide away from my throwing hand and I'm going to make hot to the right, which would basically mean we're going to either throw hot off this DN here or whoever's on the edge. Or some people want to slide to it and make the backside hot. I wouldn't. I would rather have my hot in my throwing hand of the right-handed Q. But what do you do here, Noel? If we got 6 for 5, who's hot and what side? Is it a field adjustment? Is it a boundary adjustment? Is it a throwing hand adjustment? How do you do that as a play caller as Noel Mazzone would?
Well, 2 things. One is you're going to have what they call a Q, right, one of your receivers is going to be cued because you've called a concept. Well, obviously, if in the concept one of your slots is running a corner route, okay, well, he can't be a hot throw because it's not a quick throw. He's going vertical. So you would say, okay, well, I'm sliding the line away from my corner throw, so that receiver has to be cued. In other words, he's cueing into if that guy on my head blitzes, I got to give my eyes to the quarterback. So it's like you said, if I slide the line to the right to protect the quarterback's backside where I can't see that in, then I'm going to probably either cue or have a built-in hot on the left side or vice versa. You know, it depends on what concepts you're running.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So here we go here. So who's hot for you right here? Obviously, to me, because this is 3-on-2 here. So I know that this guy's an alert because he cannot actually come, right? Because they got me outnumbered. Over here, somebody has to cover this slot unless they fire zone me. And I know he ain't coming from this distance on the field side. And I know we got a cover guy here and a cover guy here. So I'm thinking this would be our hot guy.
Yep.
I would make a throw a right-handed guy hot, no?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah.
So
I don't know if it's, you know, it depends on if you're built by concept or you're built by because he goes back to him, he's thinking. Now the line does a great job, but to me, watch Jalen's thinking he's throwing this thing hot off 32.
Yeah.
See him right there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now the line does a great job of bouncing it back, but that's a free runner. So you see him set his feet and get the ball out.
Now we got 3rd and 5. Noel, first series in the Super Bowl. We can expect similar things offensively out of the Eagles, and we're going to see the same defense. Just so we know, the same look.
So now they're just playing man-free hole coverage, right?
Yeah, we got a little mesh concept, a little crossing mesh concept here, and Jalen makes them pay.
Good play call. They're probably play a lot of hole coverage against Jalen Hurts because he's a runner. So they got to have a guy in the hole on 3rd downs. So now go back to the wide, JB.
Yep.
Okay, so like, hey, offensive football is all about space, numbers, and leverage, right?
Yep.
You're always trying to outnumber, create space, and get leverage on the defense. And the defense knows that. So you can see how the slot guys are playing outside leverage because they're trying to funnel everything inside to the hole player or the free safety.
So these two.
The corners are in cat defense, all right? So their only help is the sideline.
Yeah.
There's no guaranteed of inside help. So they should be playing inside leverage and forcing everything outside.
Got you. Yeah.
So your safety and your nickel are forcing everything inside to the whole player in the free, and the corners they're gonna just they don't think they're gonna get inside help. So their help is I got to press this guy to the sideline.
Copy that.
Yeah, the positive and the negative, Coach, is Jalen should recognize and understand in year 5 or 6 for him that who's coming and who's not. In this look, if I'm an empty, he's got to recognize at least, okay, I know for a fact that this guy can't come. X him off.
He's not what they call capped. He's not
X him out.
Yeah.
Now to the boundary, this is an alert player. I got to think he's an alert in blue here, right? He can actually come over this slot because they can drop this guy to cover him.
Right.
Yep.
So I know the corner's out. He ain't coming. I know he ain't coming. So process of elimination is critical in a Super Bowl for the quarterback to get up here and understand, okay, I know my side adjust. I know my route concepts. He better. And I know the protection in empty or in 10 personnel, which they're in here. So that's critical in a Super Bowl. So Jalen understands it here and knows that Spagnuolo really don't have many options on who he can bring. So Jalen understands it, and he knows he has time to hit the crosser, Smitty. Josh Allen didn't have the time to sit back there because it was a different look, and Spagnuolo heated him up and brought a corner off the pressure side. So this is a different deal. Jalen knew he had no immediate pressure. He had time to sit in the pocket. and their O-line and D-lines are real comparable here with Jason Kelly.
Hey, Smitty, for a quarterback, all this happens in about 1.9 seconds, right?
Yeah.
2.2 seconds. And on top of him having to go through everything JB's coaching him to do, this guy's hot, that guy's hot, I got cues. He got Chris Jones and 3 other war daddies coming after his ass.
And then he still got to just make the throw. You know what I mean? Like,
it's one of the hardest positions in all of sports. One of the hardest positions to play is to be an NFL quarterback.
That's why I give the great one so much praise, because it's hard to do.
They're in 11 personnel here, Noel, against the same look. We're in a one-high inverted look here on defense. Spagnuolo is here. He's got a one-high cheated to the field. Here's the invert right here. So the invert is with the X. What are you expecting here? Eagles are pass heavy early, play action early. This is first down again. They're running a little play action, ride and glide, a little power pull look. Take a shot down, huh?
Yeah, same defense, right? One free.
Yep. And they're disguising, Coach. What they're doing is a good job.
Or cover 3. Watch the
nickel.
They're
right
playing
here,
cover 3. Watch
cover
the
3.
nickel release the slot.
Hey, but what they're doing, what they're doing.
Play it so I can see it real quick.
What Spag does, though, real quick, he's over here cheated to the field to let Jalen know, all right, go ahead and try to throw to Goddard right here. But what he does is he rolls at the snap, and he fucks with you a little bit. Little things he fucks with people on the quarterback. Watch him roll over here, and why Jalen don't two-ball this to Goddard right here in the slot, which I would like to see. Right now, this ball, to me, I would have tried to tell him, throw that bitch right here to Goddard.
Goddard's not even looking, though.
On a two-ball right there, though, he's got time. He ain't getting there. But Jalen has to recognize that. That's a huge throw, and it will break this what Noel just said, nickel release. It'll break this up. Now I'm going to start dictating 2 high or 1 high based on him being able to make that fucking big-time Super Bowl throw right there, which he has to do.
So run this back. This is like the first, your junior high team, the first concept you teach kids, right? 4 verts.
Yep.
4 verts, and it's all about spacing. So it's exactly what JB said. If a single high, the Goddard right there, he should catch this ball, Smitty, at like 18 yards.
Yeah.
Okay. If the safety rolls to it right there, then he's coming to the bender or the vertical, the seam route there, and he should catch it at 25 yards. Yeah. Okay. If the top corner, if he middles it or he overlaps that, then you should get a fallout route by him. So he's at about 18 and he falls out. So that's that's the first thing you teach.
Yep. And right here, Goddard's got to get this ball.
Yeah, this ball can come out right now. Bam.
Right now. That's a ball that we have to be able to complete in a Super Bowl, Smitty. For this guy to be Jalen to take that next step for the Eagles to win, in my opinion, that has to be thrown because he has no shot at this. And AJ, this corner is doing a hell of a job on AJ Brown because he is funneling him to the sideline. Noel just mentioned that's my only help. And AJ used the benefit to his defensive player and said, damn, I'm letting you funnel me to the sideline. Your only help. AJ can't do this. AJ's got to keep the ball in bounds for the quarterback to give him some room to throw it. Right. And he's running out of bounds here. Bad route by AJ.
Here's why I think that and this is why he didn't go to Goddard, because he saw close alignment by AJ, right? Yep. So he knows he's got lots of room out there.
Yep.
All right. So he said, screw it. I'm taking my player versus your player one-on-one. Yep. But he should look at that and say, holy shit, bro, that guy's got like 2 yards of outside leverage on AJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he ain't never going to get there.
Right here. I got to look at the corner alignment. I got to know his alignment.
He should have worked. If it's me, I'm thinking, hey, Jalen, work the 2 inside verticals on the free.
Fuck yeah, look at him. He's a sitting duck. He's in no man's land.
Nah, that's a good point. Coach Mazzone, real quick, because you were talking about it earlier. What did you see early on, right at the snap that you said gave it away that it was cover 3 versus being man free? What, it was something you were looking at. You were about to say it.
He said, Smitty, he said nickel release, meaning that the nickel came down over the slot up top, but then he released them and he played kind of the flat or hook curl area, which is kind of like a cover 3 determinant. So what he's saying is, and Noel, you correct me if I'm wrong, what he said was there was a nickel defender here that it looks like man to the defense. It looks like man to our quarterback because that's a DB.
Right. Yeah.
Not a linebacker. So we're thinking nickel or some sort of man free.
Yep.
But that's Spagnola. So that's what Noel was saying. He nickel released them.
He's trying to tell you it's man right there.
Yeah.
But watch the nickel at the top. Watch him reroute and release.
Oh, yeah.
See right here, he's playing.
And you see how they overlap the corner on the vertical.
Yeah,
right here,
top.
Right here.
And that's why the Devontae falls out.
Gotcha.
See right here. See right there. Yeah, and then he's the bender.
Yes.
He's the bender because if this guy seeks on the inside seam from Goddard, we should throw the bender 25 yards. If he's over here, Smitty, this ball should have been thrown at 18. Which it should have been already, because I'm just teaching one thing as a cue, Noel. I'm teaching Jalen Hurts. If that safety backpedals at all, throw the ball to Goddard right fucking now. If that safety comes downhill, then we're looking outside to the bender or what have you. So that's just what.
So like how I would teach my guys, Smitty, is that there's every concept has an intent. You call this play for a reason. You call this play because it's post-high safety, and you want to throw it to the boundary seam, to Goddard, right?
Yeah.
So that's my intent, to throw it there. Now you say, okay, throw it there until somebody tells you can't. So go back, JB. So just exactly what JB says. So if my intent is to throw this to the tight end right here on the vertical, if the safety tells me I can't, then I go to the bender.
Yeah.
If the corner tells me I can't throw the bender, then I go to the fallout. Okay, so everything is intent, right? You gotta call something to know where do you want the ball to go?
The quarterback is hard as hell. Like,
Smitty, by the way,
it's like boom, boom. It's like safety back. It's like damn. Like that shit. It's. I give more props to quarterback. Like just understanding the position more from listening to y'all. I got even more respect for the quarterback. This is crazy. It's like you gotta be a genius to play quarterback down there.
Wait, and on top of that, Spagnola started. Your first thought before you got the ball was, "Oh shit, it's man."
Right.
So you're thinking man, and then all of a sudden, halfway through your drop, you go, "Oh shit, it's zone." Oh shit!
Then it's like, "Oh shit, Chris Jones."
Yeah. There's one. Exactly. There's one. I got one. I got one right here based on the safety's alignment. Number 2 is right here on the bender. And then 3, if the corner comes over, this is 3 on the fallout.
Gotcha.
So the quarterback, by the way, is right-handed on the left hash and has to see this safety in this corner with his peripheral vision.
Yep.
With Chris Jones breathing down your fucking neck. So yeah,
then you gotta make an accurate throw. Just you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, but D-line's harder to play. Yeah,
more physical, way more physical. Not mentally, no.